A quick chart check. Deepak, you look at auto ancillary, Amara Raja.
Amara Raja as well as reacted Tata Motors.
See, the overall for Amara Raja has been negative for some time, but if you look at the chart, 675 was a very, very important support from where there was just a spike low before the result, and then the stock suddenly started gaining momentum on the upside. How much this up move is going to be sustainable is a question mark, but 720 I think is going to be a very strong resistance for it to cross, and there is a possibility we might again move towards 680. So keep a watch on 75 and 720 levels. Break of these levels is going to decide the trend for this stock over short term. For
Acha.
motors, I think there has been a very sharp move on the downside right now, and the stock is probably somewhere around quoting around 435, 436. Let us see if it manages to break below 425 levels, then yes, the selling pressure can start building up. Overall, Nifty had a gap up opening, but we have not seen any sustainability at the higher levels. And again, we can see it's again trading in red. So there is a possibility that Tata Motors also might start catching up on the downside and keep a watch on 425. If that level gets broken on closing basis, then we might head towards 410 levels.
Right. Deepak, just wanted to discuss Tata.
See, if you look at the HPCL movement, I think the stock in July showed a good decent run up from the levels of 330 and made a high around 490 levels. Probably that completed third wave. That's why we saw such a huge run up. And now we are seeing a triangle kind of a formation in terms of consolidation. The high at 490 and the low at 400. It is just moving within this range for some time. I think this range bound action can still continue. Looking at today's movement, it looks like there is a possibility we can see some up move from here on and expect a target of 470 on upside. So long positions can be created, and one should use a stop loss of 415 on downside for the long positions.
Deepak, let's talk.
Chennai Petro gets a thumbs up, and you like Gujarat Gas as well, Deepak. Thanks for joining in. Ashish, what about your top technical trades? What's looking interesting on the charts today while the markets are in consolidation mode?
See, the first stock is going to be Petronet LNG. The stock has shown a very good uptrend right from a long-term perspective to the short-term. So the overall trend is positive. Also, one important thing to note is that this stock has always managed to protect its even the short-term 20 days moving average, and it has been trading about the 50 days as well. So the overall concept of moving average suggests that the overall trend is still protected, and one can go long at current levels, expecting a target on the upside around 300 from here on, and a stop loss has to be placed at 255 levels on the downside. The next stock pick is going to be Jet Airways. This stock has been moving independent to the overall market. We saw some sell-off happening over past 2 days, but Jet Airways has continued to move on the higher side. And the dip which was formed was probably just wave 4, and we are seeing wave 5, which can now go towards the level of 660 on upside. So long positions can be created here in Jet Airways for the target of 660, keeping a stop loss on the downside at around 605.
Okay, that's a view coming in on some top technical picks. Let's take a quick